fresh off a disappointing loss here, but this does make you think. I mean, he could have said, yeah, I'm all in on Green Bay for a long period of time. Adam, just how realistic is it for Rodgers to force his way out of Green Bay?
Well, we don't know. We know that he sounded like a man who was saying goodbye to Green Bay. We know he sounded like a man who needs some time away at this point in time. We know he's somebody that wants to sift through his thoughts and feelings. And we also know that he wasn't particularly thrilled with some of the decisions that the organization made during the offseason, most notably using its first-round draft pick on a quarterback to replace him. I think there's a lot going on there, and I think it goes both ways. I think there may be some people in the Green Bay organization who have eyes to move on. We'll see how this plays out. I think everybody needs to take a step back. But if Aaron Rodgers wants to move on with his life, then clearly it would be up to him to be able to do so. I don't know that the Green Bay Packers would willingly or wantingly go out and trade Aaron Rodgers. Then again, the Houston Texans wouldn't want to do that with Deshaun Watson either. But if Aaron Rodgers says, look, I'm not coming back to Green Bay, and let's keep in mind here that he is the union rep who was pushing for more players to have off-season workouts away from their facilities on their own. Let's keep in mind that if he wants to spend more time in California, where he grew up, in his home, which is about 20 miles from the Rams facility, he can push the issue and force the issue, but we'll see if he decides to do that.
Adam's exactly right. Aaron Rodgers would have to be willing to force the issue, the same way Deshaun Watson has to be willing to force the issue. Certainly Rodgers has the resources to do so, because there's no way Green Bay wants any part of a trade. It just simply doesn't make sense for them. So the question we have to ask is it in Aaron Rodgers' best interest to play somewhere else? And I don't think it is. Look, I understand why he's unhappy with some of the things that have happened there, not just yesterday. We talked a little bit about the coaching decisions, I think in particular more on the defensive side of the ball, frankly, than an offense. But also, the decision to draft Jordan Love, it was a mistake. I've heard people say, well, look, they didn't need a wide receiver. Look what he's done with Lazard and, Valdez-Scantling. It doesn't matter, okay? Jordan Love was not useful to them this year. He is not useful to them next year while Aaron Rodgers is there. There's no reason why he should be okay with that. However, the Packers in the regular season had the best offensive line in football. They did not yesterday, and we saw the impact of that, not having David Bakhtiari. But when we start looking at destinations for Rodgers, I don't see a lot of offensive lines in the NFL that are comparable with healthy starters back in Green Bay, and I'm sure Rodgers is taking that into account.
Yeah, I think also the reality, Mina, would be, like, is he that bothered by the things that have transpired in Green Bay to leave that comfort? I know Tom Brady left New England last year, but that's because that roster was really bad. And Deshaun Watson wants out of Houston because that's not a very healthy situation at all. And Matthew Stafford wants out of Detroit because it's just time. Like you pointed to the offensive line. It's also his best friend, David Bakhtiari's there. He's talked about Devonta Adams and their relationship that has grown. He's not going to go get Devonta, say, in San Francisco or Indy. And so he's also got 74 touchdowns the last 2 seasons. So, I think Aaron would have to ask himself, am I really ready to do this, where I can go find even a parallel move, because so many places, both play calling wise and talent wise, that would be around him would be steps down. And and the last thing I would say is this. If you're their general manager, Brian Gutekunst, and he comes to you and he asks that, or he tells you he doesn't want to be there, you better be dead sure that Jordan Love is the next Patrick Mahomes, because it's career suicide if you decide to give him, fine, I'll let you go, and Jordan Love isn't even remotely close to being ready.
Look, I get all of that. I get all of the context that y'all just talked about. I understand it from the contract standpoint to what's there in Green Bay. What if it's just as simple as he wants to change things up? He wants to change the scenery. What if he wants to go and elevate another team? I know Green Bay has a lot of really good players in place, but Green Bay ain't Green Bay like we think about him without Aaron Rodgers. So anywhere he goes is a better team. We know, look, we're about to watch a Super Bowl where we see the impact of a quarterback and how much he can change a situation with 1 year, with how he plays and his experience. So, look, I'm not one of those ones that's on the Aaron Rodgers is going to stay there because of contract or everything is in place. Aaron Rodgers may just be tired of being in Green Bay. He may want to go somewhere else and enjoy some weather, play in a new system, a new scheme, more tailored to what he likes to do. Just all of those things. He's had a tremendous amount of success in Green Bay. He's done great things. They've been to 2 NFC championships. But that does not mean he doesn't want to go somewhere else and compete.
Let me just throw this in really fast, Adam, before we go back to you. The cap hits for the upcoming seasons, just so we have the money correct here, $36.3 million in 2021 and 22, $39.8 in 23, $28.3. But one really important thing, if the Packers would be able to trade him before June 1st of this season, they would only save $4.8 million in space for 2021. They would save $22.7 million in cap space for 2021 if they trade him after June 1st this year. Big difference there. Adam, go ahead.
Marcus is exactly right. I know that Mina and Dan keep saying Green Bay's the best fit for him. Well, let me say this. Aaron Rodgers would fit in anywhere he wants to fit in. Aaron Rodgers would take any team and make them a winner. A la, as you said, Marcus, Tom Brady. People said, why is he going to Tampa? What's in Tampa? They haven't made the playoffs in 14 years. Who would have thought the Buccaneers would be good enough to go to the Super Bowl? I promise you this. Let's put Aaron Rodgers in LA with the Rams. Let's put Aaron Rodgers in San Francisco with the 49ers. And let's see how they do next season. Okay? Aaron Rodgers doesn't care. Where is he from? He's from California. Where does he have property, a house, an off-season home? California. Quarterbacks at teams out there in California, could they use Aaron Rodgers? Every team could use Aaron Rodgers. What does Aaron Rodgers want to do? And that's what we don't know. We don't know what he wants to do. But that matters here.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.